Hi, Schoolmates!
Ngayong gabi, JV sagot na naman natin ang mainit na talakayan at magandang palitan ng opinyon at magiging mas special yan dahil kasama natin ang mga schoolmates natin dito sa De La Salle, Araneta!
Yes! Kaya naman break time muna tayo sa lesson sa eskwelahan at tayo nang pag-usapan ng issue ng bayan.
Dito lamang yan sa inyong coolest classroom tambayan.
Kaya siguraduhin walang absent dito lang sa
Schoolmates!
Yeah!
Isigaw ang tinig mo, ihayag sa buong mundo ang karapatan, kalayaan. Buksan ang isip mo, kaalaman ang iyong mo sa karapatan, sa kalayaan.
Hello, Schoolmates! Kami namang mga Lasallian ang tumanggap ng hamon para sa isang mainitang diskusyon ngayong linggo.
Handang-handa na kami mga Ginstallions! Welcome to De La Salle Araneta University!
Una itong nakilala bilang Araneta Institute of Agriculture na itinatag sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan noong 1946. It initially offered a 2-year course in Associate in Agriculture and Certificate of Proficiency in Vocational Education. At makalipas ang isang taon, lumipat ito sa Malabon upang higit na mailapit ang edukasyon sa madla.
In the year 1978, it was then renamed as the Gregorio Araneta University Foundation after the late Don Gregorio Araneta, who was the first Justice Secretary to be appointed during the American regime. At noong taong 2002, sa pahintulot ng pamilya Araneta, ay formal nang nakasama ang Gregorio Araneta University Foundation sa De La Salle University System.
Kinalaunan ay nakilala ito bilang De La Salle Araneta University na nag-o-offer ng basic and tertiary education program kung saan nabibilang ang College of Education, Arts, Sciences and Technology, Business, at ang specialization ng universidad, ang Veterinary Medicine and Agricultural Sciences.
Guided by its core values which are faith, service, and communion, the university continues to uphold its commitment to experiential teaching and learning to students.
And in its growing pursuit of providing quality Christian education, we continue to build laboratories and infrastructures to support the Lasallian learning.
This includes the Salicneta Farm, which houses the AgriVet Sciences Institute, and the Veterinary Hospital, which is equipped with the latest technology in veterinary medicine.
Abangan nyo kung gaano katindi ang mga Lasallian sa palitan ng opinyon.
Maghanda na kayo para sa isang mainit na talakayan dito lang sa Schoolmates!
At syempre mga ka-schoolmates, kasama pa rin natin ang mga estudyante dito sa De La Salle Araneta University.
Yes, tama ka dyan, Miko, dahil mga taga-Lasallians naman ang tumanggap ng ating debate challenge. Kaya kitang-kita nyo naman, ready na sila sa ating mainit na talakayan. Ready na ba kayo, guys?
Mukhang ready sila, JV. Kaya naman, panuulan natin kung ano ba ang mainit na topic natin for tonight.
Isa nga daw sa magandang bagay na may babahagi ng isang tao hanggang sa kanyang huling buhay ay ang pagbibigay ng kanyang body organ sa taong nangangailangan nito. Sa pamamagitan din nito ay mananatili siyang buhay sa katauhan lamang ng ibang tao. Subalit para sa ilan, kailangan pa rin ang pagsang-ayon dito ng pamilya. Nasa naiwang pamilya nga daw ang pagpasya kung pananatilihin nilang sigurado ang katawan ng kanilang pumanaw na kamag-anak. Sa tingin niyo mga ka-schoolmates, dapat nga bang gawing mandatory ang organ donation sa pagpanaw ng isang tao?
And that is our hot topic for tonight. Should we make organ donation mandatory after death? As we all know, organ transplant can save lives. Pero syempre, kung gagawin natin itong mandatory, mas marami pa tayong matutulungan tao.
Oo, syempre marami tayong dapat isaalang-alang, lalo na yung mga pamilyang naiwan. Dapat nga bang tanggalin sa kanila ang choice na ito? Kaya naman, para sa ating mainit na talakayan, sino-sino nga ba ang ating makakasama?
Ang una nating grupo ay naniniwalang dapat maging mandatory ang organ donation after death. At sila ay sina Nix, Jindin at Jezreel.
I believe that everyone wants immortality. And if you want to live just a little bit more, I'm suggesting that you donate your organs because that is how you are going to be immortalized. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Jindin. At syempre, ang ating pangalawang grupo naman ay naniniwalang hindi dapat gawing mandatory ang organ donation after death. Let us all welcome Andre, Ulat, and Dane.
Who are we to obstruct the natural cycle of life? We of the opposition firmly believe that the mandatory organ donation after death should not be implemented here in the Philippines for reasons that we will discuss later, so stay tuned.
Alright. Ito naman, Miko, no? Excited na rin ako pakilala ang ating mga kasama ngayon dahil feel ko na ang excitement nila dito ang mga estudyante ng De La Salle Araneta University! Yun, di ba? Ramdam na natin ang kanilang excitement. Siyempre, makakasama natin sila at aalamin natin ang kanilang komento at katanungan sa ating issue for tonight. Siyempre, makakasama din natin ang mga netizens na nanonood ng Schoolmates every Thursday. Just like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter dahil mamaya, ilan sa inyong mga katanungan ang aming babasahin. Pero Miko, sa ating pagbabalik, sisimulan na natin ang mainitang diskusyon dito lang sa Schoolmates!
We are back mga ka-schoolmates at kanina naman ay narinig na natin ang opening statements ng ating mga team leaders sa topic na dapat nga bang maging mandatory na ang organ donation after death dito sa Pilipinas. And this time, bibigyan na natin ang bawat grupo na ibigay na ang kanilang mga rebuttals. Punto per punto na ito at sisimulan natin yan kay Jezreel.
Of course, laws are absolute. It covers everyone. So we should be considerate of everyone that is under it. So we shall set parameters, and our first parameter is none other than the opt-out policy. So we're introducing the opt-out policy wherein everyone are considered to be a donor. There's a presumed consent from each one of you, lest you opted out to not give consent to the government before you died. So that is our opt-out policy. But of course, this opt-out policy has exemptions. First of all, what about people who are under legal age? Of course, they are not in the right minds yet to give consent. So that is the time that we will move to the consent of their nearest relative kin. Second, how about the mentally incapacitated people who died? So of course, they can also decide for themselves. So that is also the time that we will resort to nearest intermediate relative kin consent. So that is our parameters. That is our exemptions for our first parameter. Our second parameter is that it covers only hospital deaths. So I'm gonna talk about that later. Third is that the only organs that should be implicated, that shall be under the mandatory act are the liver, heart, and kidney. So as for our arguments, our first argument is that first and foremost, it's a life-saving mechanism. Number 2, there will be a decrease in the incidence of organ trafficking, organ black market, and organ theft. And of course, its consequence are transplant surgeries will become cheaper. So our third argument is that some organs can be used for medical research. So that ends our parameters and arguments po.
Okay, kay Jezreel, maganda na na-touch niya na yung topic agad ng black market dahil alam naman natin na ayan ay nangyayari talaga ang pagbili ng, sa black market ng mga organs natin. At syempre, nag-set sila ng mga parameters na dapat ay may exemptions din sa gagawin. Anong masabi mo dyan, Dane?
With the statement itself, mandatory organ donation after death. Now, I would like to define two terms. First is donation. Now, donation refers to an individual who wants to voluntarily give something. Voluntarily means bukal sa loob. I know that the parameters were set already, meaning that donation can through the legal age only. But then again, think, mandatory. Mandatory means you are going to comply under the law. You are obliged. Meaning, if this organ donation after death will be mandated, then our bodies, with the exemptions, are going to be under the custody of law. That's all. Thank you.
Maganda yan kasi ang pagtulong nga ba ay kailangan ay maging obligasyon. Okay, yan naman ay kay Dane. Ano naman sa'yo, Jean Din?
I-overview lang po natin yung proposition which says mandatory donation of body organs after death. Mandatory, you have defined it very well. Donation itself, sinabi sa Merriam-Webster's dictionary, it's the act of giving. Hindi sinabi kung bukal man sa loob or kung it's voluntary. It's the act itself of giving. Also, yung sinabi mong after death, we are only concerned dun sa after death. Thank you.
Okay. So kung voluntary pala yun, paano ito, parang saliwa ito kung magiging mandatory? Yulan, ano man sabi mo dun?
So I have a comment. Sabi niyo kanina, meron kayong opt-out policy. Am I right? Did I hear that or am I right? So, with that, pwede sila mag-opt out of the mandatory organ donation. I kind of see a loophole there. Mandatory, may option to bail out. So, I'm just gonna clarify. And also, I would like to reinforce Dane's earlier statement na with nga the mandatory organ donation, which if it is mandatory, meaning after death, with the exceptions, of course, being under legal age, meaning after death, we are the property of the government. Meaning, we are not free people anymore. Our bodies, our organs inside, our beating hearts, our working livers and pancreases will be the property of the government for them to utilize and for them to disseminate to whoever they wish. So I am concerned with those legalities, and if you may you please clarify them. That's all.
Kung magiging mandatory daw ito, parang hindi na tayo free. Wala tayong freedom. Ano masabi mo dyan, Nix?
So dun po sa opt-out, habang buhay yung tao, meron kang choice kung ibibigay mo o hindi. Hindi siya totally na yung katawan mo mabibigay sa gobyerno. And repeatedly sinabi na after death. Dead bodies, gray matter in the Constitution. Then another, once you're dead, you're dead. So what's the point of yung itatago mo pa? Pag namatay yung isang tao, pinapamigay, pinapamana. So aanhin mo yung organs mo kung alam mo namang makakatulong ka sa ibang tao. Ayun po.
Okay, so kung patay na raw, ay patay na. Bakit hindi nila mapakinabangan yung mga organs? Ano naman kaya ang sasabihin ng pamilya, Andre?
First is, it's quite ironic kasi may opt-in and opt-out pero mandatory siya, di ba? Mandatory, like what my partner said, di ba, kanina. And opt-in and opt-out, pwede silang umalis. So parang donation na rin din siya, di ba? Kasi pwede ka umalis, hindi na siya napipilit, di ba? Hindi na siya mandatory. Then secondly, about dun sa, dun sa black market, with that, nililegalize nyo na yung pagkuha ng mga organs. So technically, nasusuplayan din yung mga, then where's the assurance na nabibigay yung mga organs na yun sa tamang tao, tsaka paano kung yung location kung yung location na nangangailangan talaga, nadadala dun yung ibang mga lumalagpas. Tsaka since sa hospital, marami kayong nakukuha doon, ano mangyayari sa mga excess? Technically, ang heart tsaka lungs, 4 to 6 hours lang ang time niya bago siya maano kahit naka-preserve na siya. And same goes naman with the others. Yung pancreas, 6 hours, ang liver is 12 hours and such. So, technically rin, ang transplant is may chance ang 50 to 90%. Diba? Then, sorry, back to the black market pala. Nililegalize niyo siya. Dahil nilegalize niyo na siya, maraming supply ang maraming supply ang vital organs ng Philippines. Para kanino ba yung mga vital organs na yun? Para ba sa atin? Para ba sa kapwa nating Filipino? Or para sa mga ibang tao? Kasi technically marami tayo din, masasayang lang siya kukuhanin natin. For ethics sake, di ba? Ethics and legal state, wala tayong obligation para tumulong sa ibang tao.
Okay, maraming salamat, Andre. Wala naman daw tayong obligasyon na tumulong sa ibang tao. Narinig na natin ang rebuttal ng ating dalawang grupo at syempre hindi lang tayo magkakasama dito dahil lahat nga tayo may pakialam dito. Kasama natin si JV diyan sa audience. JV.
Yun! Yes, tama ka dyan, Miko. Siyempre, kasama ko pa rin ngayon ang mga audience at estudyante natin dito ngayon sa De La Salle Araneta University. Diba, tulad nga na sinabi ko kanina, mamaya hihingi tayo ng kanilang opinion at katanungan sa ating issue for today. Ito kasama ko ngayon, si Abby mula dito sa La Salle. Hello, Abby. Kamusta ka?
Okay lang po.
Yun, syempre, anong masasabi mo sa ating issue for today?
Question.
Question, go.
Sa government. Di ba yung mandatory and donation are two different words? How come yung donation magiging mandatory? And how come na matatawag siyang donation if yung tao is patay na?
I reiterate, donation refers to the act of giving. Again, walang sinabi kung patay na or buhay pa yung nagbibigay. It's the act itself. We're all about context here. We're no longer considering altruism or out of voluntary here kasi it's all about the act itself. So kaya siya naging mandatory kasi lahat kayo presume to give the government consent. Yun yung sinasabing mandatory doon. But of course, lahat ng law sa constitution, as you can say, may clauses of exemption siya. Kasi we are considerate of the people eh. Ang daming taong covered nito, lahat ba yun applicable sa itong law na to, applicable ba sa lahat? That's why we're having exemptions. It's mandatory also for the government to have exemptions para sa mandatory na law. So yun.
Okay, JV,
Okay, sige, go
meron
ahead.
daw gustong idagdag si Dane. Dane?
Go ahead.
Yes, you have already mentioned your definition of donation. But what you are saying is forced donation. Forced donation meaning, pwede kang magbigay, pero pwede ka ding mag-object without any sanctions. But when we're talking about mandatory, by law, ibig sabihin, pwede kang ma-penalize or magkaroon ng punishment. Thank you.
Okay ka na doon? Alright, thank you. Patuloy lang po kayo magpadala ng inyong mga komento at katanungan sa aming mga social media account. Ito, sabi naman ni Maria Aika R. Guevara, sa tingin ko na hindi siya kailangan gawin na mandatory dahil kailangan pa rin nating respetuhin ang pamilya ng tao na kukuhanan ng organ. Maganda na makuha at mapakinabangan ito ng mga pagsang-ayon ng mga kamag-anak ng namatayan. Ito ay sabi ni Maria Aika R. Guevara. Maraming salamat po sa lahat na nagpadala ng inyong mga komento at katanungan sa aming social media account. Pero bago ang lahat ng yan sa aming pagbabalik, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang mainitang diskusyon dito lang sa Iskoolmates!
Alright, we are back dito sa Schoolmates. Kanina, kita nyo pa lang, round 1 pa lang. Mainit na talaga ang talakayan dahil napaka-interesting ng topic natin. Pero ito na, unahin na natin ang mga pabor na maging mandatory ang organ donation after death. Jezreel, ito ang tanong, ang mandatory organ donation ay against human rights daw. Ang sabi ng iba at disrespectful daw, lalo na sa mga naiwang mahal sa buhay. Anong masasabi mo?
Our constitution is based, it's fundamentally based that everyone deserves to live. How about the people out there who just die waiting for organs? They are disrespected too. Which is more important to you? The lives of these people or just these people who are kind of feeling bad about their organs being buried with them? I mean, what are they gonna do with their worries about their organs? What's more important, saving lives or their worries, right? You have to weigh these both things.
So, a very noble cause indeed. But I have a question. If it's such a noble cause, bakit wala pa nagle-legalize ito sa ibang bansa?
France?
That's
Speaking
organ donation, but not mandatory.
That's why there's an opt-out policy.
Yeah, opt out, but it's not mandatory. You can still exit. We will explain why mandatory organ donation opens a lot of problems. First of all, the law of supply and demand. Let us say that, then let's use problems like compatibility of organs. Let's use problems like penalties, legalities. Let's say, for example, if I were to give my organs, what will be my, since it's in the Bill of Rights that if a private property, since my organs is my private property, were to be given to the public domain, meaning my private organs will be given by the government, what would be the consolation?
In the 1987 Constitution, Article 3, Section 9, nakalagay doon na dapat if a private property is going to be taken and used by the government, dapat may just exchange kung ano yung kapalit doon, yung compensation, just compensation. So technically, ano ipapalit nyo?
So sa lahat po ng donations, usually, yung patient na makikinabang sa organ yung gagastos. And bukod pa doon, magkakaroon ng compensation yung donor in terms of finances and another yung health benefits.
Actually, who will pay for
If
the...
this bill passes, every other else will be disregarded. Even the Act of Organ Donation 1991, that will be disregarded. Thank you.
So technically, who will be the one who will pay for the mandatory organ donation? Hindi pwedeng sagutin ng government lahat ng mamamatay tapos kukuhanan. Diba? Saan kukuha ng funds? Technically, hindi pa nga masyadong maayos ang health system natin. Then, babayaran kung sakaling kung ang papaisip is babayaran ng
I'm sorry,
government.
but monetary issues
It's part of
not
it.
supposed to be considered.
It's
It's more
considered.
of an ethics issue, not a financial issue. I mean, if this law is gonna be implicated, of course those things will be considered. If it's gonna be implicated, right now we're just debating about its potential.
Yes,
And it's not about the proposition.
I mean, of course those things will be considered.
Yes, we are debating of its potential, but we should also debate after the consequences. Like, papayagan nga, ano yung consequence? We will suffer in the long time. Where will we get the funds?
Ito naman, ang pangalawang question, para naman sa inyo. Kung magiging mandatory na daw ang organ donation, mababawasan na daw ba at tuluyan nang mawawala ang black market or illegal buying and selling of organs?
Actually, dahil sa mga yan, malilegalize na yung pagbebenta, malilegalize na ang pagano ng organs, diba? So technically, yun yung sinabi ko kanina, maraming supplies. Sinong gagamit? Tayo mga Pilipino, then the possibility na pwede rin gumamit ang taga-ibang bansa. So technically, magiging organ tourism. Pupunta dito ang mga iba't ibang taga-bansa.
Excuse me,
para
but isn't that a
magpapalit.
good thing?
Parang ibebenta niyo yung katawan ng kababayan natin para sa ibang tao. Tapos mapupunta yung katawan natin sa ibang tao. Anong mangyari doon, di ba?
If we're talking about ethics, that's a bit unethical, if I do say so myself.
This act will actually decrease the incidences of organ trafficking. Why? Because first of all, it will now be monitored by the government. It's under government now. Organ trafficking is actually an undercover act. So it's an underground act, rather. So if it's monitored by the government already, incidences will be decreased. That's why we only covered hospital deaths, for instance. Another thing, you're talking about the overstock of organs. That's why we have exemptions, so we will avoid the overstocking of organs. That's why we have these kinds of exemptions because millions of people die each day, and those million organs will not be used anyways. That's why we have exemptions.
I have a question. What percentage of those organs are those of under 18? You said exemption, those meaning ages from 0 to 18 are exempted. But if you think about it, the average lifespan of a person is 65 years old. You still have a lot of people whose organs will be donated. So where will those organs be?
Actually, the surplus is not the issue here kasi pwede naman natin gamitin sa medical research yung mga surplus, di ba? It wouldn't be of a waste.
Okay, eto naman ha. Kung ito ba ay magiging mandatory na, ang pagtulong ba sa kapwa ay kailangan obligasyon nating mga Pilipino? Andre?
First is hindi mawawala ang middleman sa kahit anong bagay. So technically, everything can be abused. The mere fact na meron kayong supply, technically labanan na yan for the quality of the organs. Paano kung yung versus sa taong middle age lang, ano ba tawag dito, nakakakuha lang siya ng for almost, kunwari, 100K per ang salary niya. Then yung isa multi-millionaire, sinong pagbibigyan ng hospital nun? Sinong bibigyan ng importansya nun? Siyempre may pera, di ba? Then dun din papasok yung middleman, mamimili siya ng high quality na organs para yun yung gagamitin, yun yung ibibigay, kesa dun sa low quality, di ba? Ano yung kailangan mo? Ano ang parameters nyo para masabi na okay yung organs na yun na ibibigay nyo and others?
I'm sorry, but there are other
Hindi nyo
laws
pa
that
rin
can
sinasagot
protect that.
yung tanong ko about dun sa just compensation. Bali, kung wala kayo ibibigay na just compensation, lalabag kayo sa Bill of Rights
The law that we're living under right now, the RA 1991, actually it says that no exchange of money shall be done. There's no payment. I mean, it will be carried by the. If you want to donate, it will be under the provision of the government. I mean, no, kasi it will become a market if magkakaroon ng compensation, and it feels like you're selling yourself, di ba?
That's the point. That emerging market, yun nga yung problema eh. Yun nga yung parang error dun sa mismong private.
That's why it's called donation po, di ba?
And it's also mandatory.
Siguro po yung isang tao, hindi niya obligasyon na tumulong. Pero po yung gobyerno natin, obligasyon niya tulungan yung bawat Pilipino.
So ang sinasabi mo, pipilitin ng gobyerno na tumulong ang isang tao sa kapwa niya tao? Eh di ba magiging ano yun sa desisyon ng tao? Magiging barrier ang government para sa isang desisyon ng tao dahil sa gagawin ng gobyerno?
Bumalik po tayo dun sa sinasabi niyong abuse of the middleman. Marami pa pong laws na pwedeng makover yan, and this does not cover. We don't have to cover that because the proposition itself just talks for
If you're
mandatory
going to propose
proposition.
something, dapat alam nyo, dapat lahat ng pwedeng mangyari, possible events, cause and events, dapat alam niyo yan. Dapat yun, for example, yung sa pera. Importante ang pera sa isang gagawin na yan. Kasi buhay ang nakasalalay dyan, so dapat malaking pera ang ibibigay dyan. Kasi first is yung sa transplantation nga. Ibibigay mo yung from one place to another. Pag kulang na yung supply, then walang nagbibigay dun masyado. For example, dalawang hospital. Si Hospital A tsaka si Hospital B. Pag si A masyadong marami, si B kulang, anong mangyayari? Ibibigay ni A yung spare niya kay B. Di ba? So, syempre, magkakaroon ng cost yun. Cost yun dun sa transportation. Cost yun dun sa gagamitin na kailangan para ma-preserve siya. And such. Then, technically, ang mau-oppress niyan is mahihirap. Kasi kung in 2008 siya, pero binana siya dito sa Philippines, ang mga mahihirap, ginagamit nila ang organ donation, binibenta nila sa black market yung organs nila, binibenta nila para magkapera sila. With that, wala na silang pagkakaperahan, di ba?
Okay, eto naman, tanong, Andre, para sa inyo. Personal to ha, if you have the opportunity to save someone's life, would you do so?
But as long as na hindi siya makaka-impair sa sarili ko.
Of course, may nabasa kaming isang article that organ donation is encouraged but should never be mandatory because it violates the very essence of donation eh. Parang nawawala yung feeling na nakatulong ka, na nakabuhay ka ng ibang tao, na extend mo ang buhay nila. Pag yun naman mandatory, parang robotic na lahat eh. Ang plain.
Dane.
Of course not. Kasi sino bang gustong mapilitan sa isang bagay na mahalaga?
Hindi ka pinipilit. That's why there's an opt-out policy. Ilang beses ba namin i-repeat yun, di ba?
Mandatory nga, di ba? So mandatory
Mandatory
pinipilit
kasi
mo.
everyone
Pero
on the
there's
board
a
are
huge
presumed to
difference
be a
between
donor.
opt-in and
You're
opt-out.
assumed to be a donor
In
upon birth.
Scotland,
It's our turn
may
right
opt-in
now.
and opt-out.
It's our
But the
turn right
opt-in and
now.
opt-out is quite different from mandatory. Always remember that. Check your facts.
So kaya nga, di ba namin sinabi na everyone, kaya ang mandatory dito na part is that everyone are assumed to be a donor. Yun lang yung mandatory na part doon. Pero of course, the government is still considerate of the rights of that person. Kaya mayroon tayo opt-out
Then
policy.
by essence, it's just normal organ donation. There is no mandating law.
The truth here is that, that's why, I'm kind of just gonna insert this. Actually, the truth, that's why, the truth of this opt-out policy is that if you're gonna look at, we're actually looking up at the France right now. Transplant rates at France right now increased by 60% upon the implication of the opt-out policy. Why? Because technically everyone agrees for organ donation anyway. Everyone actually agrees for that. It's just that the family is the foremost barrier here. That's why there's an opt-out policy, because technically everyone agrees to it, but there's a family objective. That's why it does not becoming a reality.
So you're saying it's just like a bandwagon fallacy. Lahat gusto ng organ donation? Oh. Gusto niyo ba ng organ donation?
No, I'm not saying there's a bandwagon policy. For example, here in Philippines, in March 2014, did you know that Philippines set the two Guinness World Records for having the most number of organ donations petitions in 1 hour there at PUP Santa Mesa? How many organ donations were gathered in just 1 hour at that one small place? 3,540 signatures. And you see how many, if you're just gonna look at that small scale, just look at how many on a large scale, on a nationwide basis, will actually agree to organ donation.
But the problem
Right?
is that was an act of kindness, not an act that was mandated by the government.
Okay!
But here,
Okay,
as you
go.
can see
Go,
here,
go, Jezreel.
as you can see, it's not yet even mandated by the government, and many people are already agreeing to donate organs. What more if it's gonna be mandated by the government, right? As you can see, for some reason, there's a high approval rate from the Philippines, knowing that in that single area, 3,540 signatures were collected. So as
First
you
and
can see,
foremost,
it's not really against to their ideas to donate organs.
it's an isolated case. Ilan pa ba mga states and cities na nag-petition din ng ganyan?
As you can see,
It's an isolated case.
As you can
It's
see,
an
it's just
isolated
one.
case.
It's just one
It's an
area.
isolated
It's one
case,
area.
right?
But can't we use this one area to look at the larger scale? All larger scale things here actually depend on smaller scale info.
I have a question.
We can actually compare. We can actually based on that.
I have a question. When was that petitioned?
March 2014.
14, so that was 3 years ago. Isn't it possible that opinions of people change?
Actually, it's not.
Okay. Mainit na ang ating talakayan, pero syempre, kasama pa din natin ang mga schoolmates natin sa audience and of course sa social media account. Kaya nandiyan si JV for that. JV!
Yeah! Miko, tanong ko lang, kamusta ka dyan? Sobrang init dyan ah. Kasi kami dito, sobrang
Grabe.
nag-enjoy! Di ba? Sobrang... Guys, palakpakan nyo naman yung mga kamag-aral nyo dito sa Lasal. Di ba? Ang uhusay. Siyempre, break time muna tayo sa ating talakayan dahil balik muna tayo sa ating katanungan mula sa estudyante dito Lasal. Ito kasama ko ngayon, si Ivy. Ivy, anong masasabi mo? Total, mainit na yung talakayan. Dumagdag ka pa, Ivy ha? Talagang Ivy talaga. Ivy, ano ba ang katanungan mo sa ating topic for tonight?
I would just like to ask, kung sa Pilipinas ba and outside the Philippines, are there any groups that support or oppose this here in the
Actually,
Philippines and outside?
WHO supports organ donation, but not the mandatory organ donation.
Okay ka na doon, Ivy? Sigurado ka? Alright, punta naman tayo ngayon sa social media. Ito sabi ni Eliazar Q. Sang-ayon ako basta sa mabuting tao mapupunta ang body organ ko at hindi sa taong gagawa lang din ng kasamaan sa iba. Siguro ikaw yung umano kay Eliazar, no? Tuloy-tuloy lang po kayo magpadala ninyong mga komento at katanungan sa aming mga social media accounts at tanungin lamang po ang tanong, kung dapat nga bang gawing mandatory ang organ donation after death. Pero syempre, bago ang lahat ng yan, balik muna dyan sa inyo, Miko.
Maraming salamat, JV, sa aking pagbabalik. Ilang argumento pa ang ating maririnig dito lamang yan sa inyong coolest classroom tambayan, ang Schoolmates! Schoolmates, isa na naman napakagandang talakayan ang narinig natin sa mga debaters nating stallion dito sa De La Salle Araneta. Palakpakan naman, guys! Kaya naman sa puntong pong ito ay bibigyan na natin ang bawat team leaders natin to deliver their closing statements. Jindy?
Mandatory donation has troubles, but it has more worth. And what matters most is that we save lives.
Thank you, Jindin. At ito naman ang closing statement na manggagaling kay Dane. Dane.
We value the gift of life, but organ donation can never be mandatory. Organ donation should be encouraged as long as it doesn't violate any human rights. Life will always be there and present. That's why organ donation should never be mandatory.
Okay, narinig na natin closing statements ng ating dalawang grupo. Pero syempre, kasama pa din natin ang ibang mga schoolmates natin dito ang Stallion. JV, kamusta dyan?
Yes, tama ka dyan, Miko. Pero syempre, hindi lang debaters ang may chance magbigay ng final statement ngayong gabi. Syempre, kasama ko ngayon si Paolo. Nasa mga kaibigan ni Paolo? Kanina, kinakabahan ka. Pero syempre, Paolo, ano ba yung natutunan mo sa ating debate ngayong gabi?
Ay, para sa akin po, hindi po ako pumapayag. Kasi po binabiolate po niya para sa akin yung free will natin na gumawa po ng choice. At saka dapat po, hindi po siya maging mandatory kasi dapat encouragement nga siya. At saka, ano po ba yung kasiguraduhan na mas marami yung maliligtas kapag naging mandatory yung pagdodonate ng organ kung yung mga hospital po natin, medyo may kakulangan pa po. Yun lang po.
Naksama, palakpakan niyo naman si Paolo. Maraming salamat, Paolo. Gusto niya, di babating na ba, Paolo?
Binabati ko nga pala itong Bolero family, no?
Yeah! Alright, syempre, Miko. Ano, kumusta?
Ang galing nun, ha?
Oo, di ba? Ano, kumusta yung debate mo sa taas?
Ako, napaka-interesting. At syempre, dahil dito tayo lahat may opinion, tayong mga host din. Meron tayong
syempre.
kailangan matutunan dyan, di ba, JV?
At dahil dyan, ikaw ang naatasan para mag-share na kayo.
Ako ang naatasan. Napakahirap na topic, no? Pero for me, doon ako sa, ayoko sana maging mandatory. Kasi binibigyan dapat tayo ng chance, ng free will natin to choose kung kanino ba mapupunta yung i-donate natin ng organ. Kasi ganito yan Dahil syempre, pag namatay ka, psychologically, di ba, lalo na sa mga family na naiwan mo, alam nila na, kunwari, yung mata ko, dinonate ko, alam ko na pag tinitigan ko yung taong yan na dinonatean, alam nila na extension mo yun. Nagbigay ka ng buhay dun sa taong yun, nakatulong ka. Wala namang masama sa pagtulong Kaya lang yung bang dapat maging donation siya na hindi dapat siya maging mandatory. Dahil yun na nga, parang syempre, pag, kunwari, ikaw, pamilya mo ko, makikita mo ako mata sa mata, di ba? Siyempre, gusto mo mapunta ang organ mo sa taong karapat-dapat. Pag naging mandatory yan, siyempre, hindi mo na mapipili kung kanino mapupunta yun
Hindi mo na makikilala din kung sino mapupunta.
So, para sa akin, yun lang. Pero siyempre, wala namang tama't mali dito dahil binibigay lang natin ng kanya-kanya nating opinion dito sa Schoolmates.
Yes, tama ka dyan. Palakpakan nyo naman si Miko, guys.
Kuya Miko.
Si Kuya Miko. Siyempre, gusto rin po namin pasalamatan ang lahat ng estudyante at faculty members ng De La Salle Araneta University. Maraming salamat po sa inyong mainit na pagtanggap sa Schoolmates. Gusto ko po magpasalamat ang Magic Potion, Hawkback, Sandwich Guy, at Mint for My Clothes. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, maraming salamat din po kay Kuya Fred. Kuya Fred, maraming salamat sa iyo. And with that, sa bawat usapin, sa bawat issue, may boses ang kabataan.
Sumali, makinig at makiisa dahil opinion nyo'y mahalaga.
Kaya naman sabay-sabay natin sigaw sa buong mundo. Schoolmates, may pakialam ka!
Sigaw ang tinig mo.